Hi everyone, how are you all? Well, I'm carrying on with my Christmas in August. I'm in a real Christmas mode at the moment. I love making Christmas cards, and I've been inspired by the Wrapped in Plaid 6x6 pack of designer paper, which is in the brand new catalogue, which is going live on the 4th of September. And I've made a few cards using it, incorporating some older stamp sets, and this one is actually still in the annual catalogue. Here it is there, and it's got the matching framelets, or thinlets I should say, to go with it. And there's a lovely selection. I love this jumping one as well, which isn't actually one of the stamps. It's got the little dinky ones as well. It's got lots of little flowers, and I love these little corner pieces. So here is the card I've made with it. I used it quite a lot last year. It was released last year, and I used it quite a lot last year for card classes and things like that, and it went down as a bit of a favourite. And the other thing I'm using Stitched Shapes framelets dies. Now these ones are retired, but there are lots of different ones that you could use. Any circle ones would be fine. They haven't got to be the stitched ones. So this is the one, this is the card we're making. I'm also using, I forgot, these are actually from Pretty Pines. Yes, Pretty Pines. Now this is another retired set, but there's actually a brand new set in the new catalogue, which I think is called Peaceful Boughs, which would also be stunning. But I've limited myself this year on the new items I'm buying, because sometimes we can't have everything, can we? So I'm trying to be sensible, and because I've got something that's quite similar, I'm going with that instead. So I've prepared everything ready. Look how lovely these plaids are. So I'm going to be using this piece here and the back of that one, but that side and that side would be lovely together as well. They are absolutely gorgeous. They're very nice, I think, for masculine cards, but also for traditional Christmas cards. So here we go. Let's create the layers first. I'm just trying to work out how big my pieces were, because as usual I don't measure. I tend to do it all by eye. So I'm using this one and I'm layering it up on the Whisper White. And all these little pieces I'm cutting off, I'm keeping, because they're nice for faux ribbon. You could use them then. I've used one. I've got another 2 cards coming up in this plaid series for you that I will hopefully, I prepared everything for them. It might either be later today or tomorrow that they are up for you. And I've actually used an offcut as a little ribbon embellishment. I'm going to keep all those. So as you can see, I've cut, oh sorry, Alexa's joining in for some reason. I have cut the one slightly bigger than the other. It would be handy if I could measure those for you. It would be handy if I had a ruler. There it is. So it's approximately, I say approximately because it won't be a 4 inches by just under 5.5 inches, and this one is 6 inches by 4.5 inches. My ATG gun is my friend again, thank goodness. I was lost without it. So I'm just matting this one onto some cherry cobbler. The colours in the pack are cherry cobbler, night of navy, shaded spruce and whisper white, but there's also got a bit of gold detailing in it. There we go. Oh, sorry, squeaky. Oh, that's a bit too... And these little tiny pieces, I keep those because they're great for backing sentiment strips. So I'll put that to one side. So I'm going to now mat this one onto Whisper White. Look at the little dinky deer on the back as well. There we go. And as you can see, I'm just leaving a very small border around it. It's just to pick them up, to make them stand out from each other. There we go. Right, so my next thing, as you can see, that it's offset, so this piece hangs over a little bit. So I'm just going to make sure that's in the right sort of place, and I'm going to put tape on the part that's going to be stuck on there, like that. So it looks like that. Then I'm bringing in some ribbon, and I'm sure I had this in a kit with something from Stampin' Up. I cannot for the life of me remember, but it's like a bit of a burlap ribbon. It's like a bit of a rough linen sort of ribbon. There we go. Cut it to about, I tend to give myself extra because I'm going to do a bit of a knot in it. And the way I do this is I tie it around my finger. Try not to tie it too tight because you can't get it back off. Then pull it like that. And you can then lay it down, and then when I've stuck it on, I cut that little loop. So I'm using a thinner piece of tearing tape. There we go. And then pop it on. If you want your piece of ribbon to go around your two pieces of card, this is the easiest way to do it, because then you haven't got the ends will automatically be hidden while you put your mat on your card front. Just pull it tight. There's my two little ends. I was taught that trick years and years ago. I'm sure that was by a Stampin' Up demonstrator. I love these colours together. They look so crisp and Christmassy. There we go. Right, my next part is Simple Pimple. I have cut the two biggest circles, as you can see there. I'm just going to layer those on. Whisper White and Cherry Cobbler again. I'm sticking the white down so it's flush, but I'm putting this little beauty, and as you can see, when the reindeer stamps, and I stamp this in soft suede, it's got a lovely design on it as well. I'm putting her on, or him. Have both of them got antlers? I always find myself asking the most bizarre questions when I'm making cards. This will keep me awake tonight, I'm sure. Right. The lovely thing about the framelit as well is that it cuts all the little curls out of the antlers. So I'm going to put that on now with some sticky dots. I'm going to use some Stampin' Dimensions. I've always got these little backing pieces everywhere. And because I craft in the loft, they're usually at the base of my ladder. There we are. Pop her there, or him, whichever. Then I've cut these, because they are really fiddly to stick down, I found to my my cost the last time. I'm using some of the multi-purpose adhesive sheets. Now I know that Stampin' Up have stopped selling these, but you can get them on Amazon because they are produced by Sizzix and they are a little bit of a godsend. You can also get other makes of them. I think Thermaweb do it. I bought some in a cheapy shop. There we go. So put my flourish little piece stuck in the middle there on the other side. It's now stuck to my finger. And happiest Christmas wishes. Go in just down here. Let me just make sure I'm sticking it straight. Then I'm going to make up my little cluster, which is 3 of the little pine leaves, and then a little acorn, fir cone. So I'm going to bring in now my zig glue pen, because again this is quite a fiddly one, but I didn't want it stuck flat. I wanted it stuck out a little bit, so that's why I didn't use the adhesive sheet. I want a little bit of texture off it and dimension. I love red and green for Christmas, and I know it's a very traditional one. But in the next couple of days I've got another one coming, which are less traditional colours, I should say. And I've made a series of cards using those colours. What I'm going to do, because I think I've got a bit of glue on my fingers, I'm just going to press it down with an acrylic block, and I'm going to raise my little pine cone or fir cone, whichever one it is, up on dimension, and there it is. So there's the card. So once again I've used Dash and Dear stamp set and Frameless, which are in the annual catalogue, so you can order those straight away. I've used Stitched Shapes Frameless, which as I said are now retired, but any circular dies or any stitch dies you have would be fine. I've used the Pretty Pines, but there's Peaceful Boughs which are coming out in the new catalogue, which have some very similar shapes there. I wanted to show as well that you haven't got to buy everything new, because as you can see I've mixed in the new and the old, and I've used the lovely wrapped in plaid 6x6 designer paper. The patterns in here are absolutely stunning, and for £13 you get, I think it's 48 sheets of paper, and they are perfect card making size. So thank you so much for joining me. I shall see you again very, very soon with my next card in the series. I'll be ready for Christmas by the end of next week, the way I'm going. So a huge welcome to all my new subscribers. You absolutely make my day. Thank you so much. Hwyl fawr and take care. Bye.